All right, so I just kicked off the recording, and one, it's great to see everyone here tonight, and moreover, congratulations, guys. We're going to go global in what's it? T minus like 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, depending on who you are and what you're doing. Some people like to go early and get in the sun. And just, well, I mean, we have so many new people going this year. So first, I mean, everyone here, we just want to congratulate all the first-time attendees. Like, you know, Susan and Dawn are going to share a little bit, just some prep things, some logistics that'll help you just really prepare for this event today. But probably the most exciting thing is just going to your first Go Global. The event itself isn't magic, but just being around the level of people, well, it is kind of magic, but it's more just the fact that you're going to be surrounded by all the doers in Take Shape for Life, the ones that want to learn at a higher level, and the ones that, you know, Ashley and I give these bands to, because you guys have all thought bigger than yourselves. Everyone that's there has thought bigger than just a few people. And just the level of people you're surrounding yourself. You know, Lee covered tonight on the leadership call saying that you are like the 5 people you surround yourself most. So the caliber of the people here are truly amazing. So we just want to go over just some logistic stuff, things that we've learned from the past, some things that will help you pack and get ready, and as well as some exciting announcements that I will announce at the end of the call. So we want to say congratulations for everyone. We'll be in Go Global. I'm going to turn it over to Susan. Susan's going to go over some of just the prep stuff of getting ready for the trip, some things that will help you guys getting ready to get go. So turn it over to Susan.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Excited to see you guys. So excited to see you in person in a couple of days. You know, one thing that we've learned with just going to events is that you're really going to want to be fully present when you're there. Sometimes we have young kids at home, so we thought, gosh, we have time there, so we're going to have time to work, you know, because we're busy and we can get really distracted here. But in reality, we're there, and it's all the nooks and crannies and the time in between the trainings that we want to be out and about and available. And so we didn't want to be in our rooms on the computer and on our phones. So just really want to encourage you guys, as we have 2-3 days here before we go, is to really utilize this week to set yourself up for the end of the month and set your business up so that you can be fully present at the event. You know, things like getting packing and you know, we get like trying on our outfits and shopping. And honestly, I'm not doing any of that probably until the night before I leave. You know, and just packing what I already have. And you know, getting the kids set and everything kind of in between everything. You just don't want to lose sight of your business these next few days. So things that we've done that have been helpful is so for example, I'm doing really stellar client support these couple days and just getting my clients set. I'm also letting them know that I'm heading out to a leadership event on Wednesday, and that although I'll have my phone and computer with me, I won't be as available. You know, I'll be able to, if they had a question, to go ahead and email me is probably the best way to get a hold of me, and I will look to get back to them as I have time. But what's nice is that I'm able to posture that we were invited to a leadership event, that we're there to be really the best possible health coaches for them. So I just let them know that my desire is to be there to learn and to grow and to bring home all that information to them. So it's great branding to let your clients know, you know, what you're doing, why you're there. We usually make a post on our client page too, letting them know that, hey, we're going to be off the radar for the next 3-4 days. Like, if you really need something to utilize this page, right? So we all can support each other here, you know, or email or text us and we will be able to be available. But just so they don't expect you to be, I have my phones off during, you know, during all the main events. Like, I don't have my phone on. So I just want them to just expect not a real immediate response from me. I'll even set up my voicemail on my phone to let people know that that we are at a leadership event, and that I'll be able to get, you know, just to be patient with me getting back to them. You can set up an auto reply on your email to let them know as well. Again, great branding to do this, and then also just to give you a little more time to not have to be so urgent with getting back to people. Let's see here. What else did I have? You know, for our teams that are not going, for those of you that have a team that are still growing here, really getting them set before you go to, letting them know as well that you're really excited to come home, connect with them, share what you've learned, and re-engage, but that as well to utilize the group Facebook pages and just make sure that their questions are kind of answered before you go, and that they're kind of in motion and movement towards the end of their month goals. And then, you know, I think, you know, Lisa set us up pretty well, Brad, on the leadership call tonight. She was pretty awesome about, that training in between the training. But one question I always ask myself, and I ask myself it, over the 5 years we've been involved, is really, what do I hope to learn at this event? What do I hope to gain? And I'm thinking about that now. I'll be thinking about it my whole way down there. And, I have some people asking me, what am I going to learn? And that's what's so exciting is I don't know what you're going to learn. Maybe something you've learned before and you're going to hear it a different way. Maybe you didn't even know you needed to learn it. But I have an idea of what I want. And that really sets me up for the questions that I want to ask. And we're going to have a lot of, I feel, social gatherings this Go Global. So there's the pool swearing, the welcome time, and you go stretch yourself outside your comfort zone. We love to hang out with our roommates and our people on our team and people that we know, we love, but really go out of your way to meet people you don't know well. Go talk to them, ask questions, and, connect with new people on Facebook. I will say that's probably my favorite part about events is meeting people that, I didn't know before, hearing other people's ideas, and just like, those are where all the nuggets kind of come in. And it's like I said, what I didn't know I was even going to learn when I was there, just all the observations that I take in. So go prepared to ask some questions. But one thing I want to just really just layer for you guys is that be really mindful of that we really don't know other people's businesses. So I didn't understand, Brad, how it works in the beginning. And I just asked somebody a direct question like, so how many ADs do you have in your business? And people would always be like, well, and they wouldn't give me a real direct answer. And what I've realized is that it really wasn't my business to know that. And I just wanted to I just was asking a question. So what I've learned is that if they're not someone you see in your office in motion, those real direct, personal, questions about your business, those aren't necessarily appropriate questions. It's fine to ask, how are they promoting the challenge, and how is this working out for them, or what are they doing that's really creative in their client support, or whatever you're looking to kind of glean information about, and then take that information back to your support team. Brad, you've heard me come back to you with some, I call them flavors of the week, because I'll have some idea like, oh, I heard this is really working for these people over here, and I come back and we joke around. I'm like, oh yeah, because he knows our goals, and he knows our business, and he knows the people in our business. So he has also a different vantage point. And so as I bring something back, you have the right questions to just ask me to see, is that really, even though it maybe working really well for this group, over on the East Coast, and their business might look, and maybe it's a whole bunch of health professionals, and I bring it back to you, Brad, and we'll realize that it might be working really well, but it's really not a fit for what I want in my creative process. So my best thing is ask lots of questions, but write those things down. And before you go home and just implement everything, come home, connect with your support team, run by your ideas, because they're going to help mold that based on what they know about what you want, your team, what you're looking to create, and help you really get the most out of what you learn to be able to implement into your business. So those are kind of my best, my kind of things that Lisa didn't touch on that I wanted to make sure to share. The classes are going to be great this year. And so again, your support team knows who you're going to mesh with, personality style wise. And also maybe you really want to go to this class because you love that trainer, but they really know that this class over here is really an area that you're looking to work on in your business. So if you have questions, connect with them. And I'm excited for what you guys are going to learn. And when we get back, we get to hear about that. So.
Awesome, Susan. Thanks. I love so many things about that. Yes, probably the best. This is a totally different learning style than probably many are accustomed to. I sometimes forget. So I think Don will probably talk about it in a second. But a lot of people have gone to conferences for their work before. It's kind of all right, how much stuff can I skip out on, or what do I have to sign in for and I can ditch out on? At these events, everyone likes being at the event, and there's so much time to be around the people that are doing this. Kind of I was talking about, the people there are the ones that are doing the do. They've gotten to a higher level. So I think probably the number one thing besides what Susan talked about is asking yourself, what do you want? I mean, literally, you should probably have that written down. What do I want to take away from this Go Global? We always want to have, inspect what we expect. That's probably the best thing you can ask yourself before you go in. And then the second coolest thing you can do is there's going to be so many cool people there. Literally, Go Global changed what Ashley and I wanted to do with this business because we saw a higher vantage point and we're around like these people that were doing it, because like big thinking people inspire big thinkers. And that's kind of what we're doing here. So the coolest thing you can do is that you're going around, just say hi, ask them, oh, how did you get into TSFL? How did you end up here? Tell me about yourself. Literally, if you can have that question in your back pocket, you'll learn so many cool things about so many people. And those stories add up to things that you can share with your clients, with people that you're talking to, your confidence level in what we're doing here. And, also what Susan was talking about there is, make sure that the advice is sound that you're getting from people. So if you do get into like actually talking about like business or ideas, double check that with your support team, because my dad happened to give me some of the best advice I ever had when I was a teenager, and he said, only take advice from people that you would trade places with in the example that they're talking about. So just because, people want to say things that are great, and actually what's really funny is a lot of people that don't really have a lot of like, it's not really, I don't really know how to say it, is people will be prepared to tell you things that are just all going great. So, take those ideas, because this is the collaboration we all have, and then take that back to your support team, then make sure that that's kind of a fit. But that's kind of cool because I'm all about creativity. I love it. I love the sharing of ideas. So just making sure that it fits back with your plan is probably a really good thing to learn on. And Terry Miller covered that before our first Go Global. So it was really important for me to learn that. And then I think that's pretty much it. So, Dawn's going to hit on some of the logistics and plan and kind of how the event roll out. I know many of you guys, especially myself, I'm worried about the attire. What do I dress like? Like, am I going to be fashionable? I don't know. I got to make sure I'm dressed good. Mike, Scott, I know you're worried about it too. So Dawn, will you come in and help? Because I don't need to make sure I look good for this. I need to go out shopping, right? Like I need to make sure I have all the like really good attire, right?
You're so funny, Brad, especially because you were in the three-way message with Susan and I earlier, and I was like, hey, Susan, can I borrow a dress for Saturday night? No, you guys, actually, what Susan and Brad just hit on were amazing. And Brad, what you were saying about this being so different than any other kind of conference. I've been to a lot of nursing conferences. Oh my goodness. Those are the kind where you kind of show up late, you kind of check out. It's not like that here. So at Go Global, if you have been to another conference, you can just kind of like throw all that like out the window, because we are like excited, on fire. People are just like, cannot wait to get in there, get the best seats in the house, to learn from the best and the people who are out there doing it. So just a few logistics. Here is the agenda. And basically it starts Thursday. I know some people are coming in Wednesday, but everything's starting Thursday, so you can start to register. I know registration opens at noon. Really tune into the Facebook page, the Tucson Facebook page that Brad has going for all of us. It's all in there. The agenda is accessible online there, so you can just grab it from your phone. And then you're going to get your welcome materials and everything. So that's kind of the agenda. It's business casual. The pool soiree is going to be dressy casual. So what is that, girls? That means like a sundress. At least that's the way I'm reading that, is sundress and some cute shoes. And then for guys, Brad, what would be dressy casual for guy? Like maybe some khaki shorts, some of those fancy flip-flops, and maybe a button-up shirt or something.
Yeah,
maybe a hat like this.
That all sounds good. And actually, one of my favorite quotes is like, fashion is really confidence at the end of the day. So no one's judging anyone at the TSFL event. So feel free to wear whatever you want to wear. This is good direction, but this isn't a fashion show. And Ashley usually writes up a whole thing, and did write up a thing in the page here. If you're worried about dressing events, no one takes themselves too seriously, because our focus is on helping people and learning and growing. We're not too concerned about the fashion show. So casual attire, but even wear what you want to wear. If you want to show up in swim trunks and you're confident in it, then go for it too. It's like the pool soiree, maybe not to the Saturday night evening, event, but the pool soiree, and then, Friday, Thursday evening, those are going to be more casual events. So yeah, that's exactly what I would wear if I was a guy.
Yeah. And the one thing I just would say is, wear comfortable shoes, you guys, because like Lisa Castro was saying in the leadership call, you are going to be walking, and walking is a good thing. So you can get your move on, because we're going to be sitting during the sessions and kind of moving around a little bit during the workshops. But, wear comfortable shoes that you can walk in, bring layers, because you're going to be in air conditioned, and then going out into the sunshine to get some vitamin D and spending some time, talking with people in between sessions. So just wear comfortable stuff. So don't worry too much about what to wear. And this is kind of the general agenda. The morning general sessions, arrive early. love to sit together. So connect with your support team. And what we always do is we do like a Facebook thread with our group, and we try to, meet early and sit together. And it's just really, these events are all about community. And just like, Susan and Brad was sharing, it's really a special time to see what's possible, be among the leaders, meet new people. I've met some of the best friends that we have at these events. And so every time we come back together, it's like a big old reunion, people coming together from all across the country. So, anyways, so this is kind of the agenda. The general workshops are going to be happening. Let's see here. So there's afternoon workshops on Friday and on Saturday. There's going to be 2 tracks. So for those of you who've been to previous Go Globals, you know what? Guess what? We're keeping it simple and separating it down into 2 tracks. So there's some for client health coach competencies and then moving into team building. I looked through some of these. You guys, we are in for such a treat. It's going to be hard to decide what to go to. Best advice I would give is connect with your mentor, connect with your business coach, because they're going to know where your heart is and where your business is. And they're going to maybe have some suggestions, but look through these, think about what you want and what's on your heart, and then come to your business coach with an idea of maybe some things that you'd like to, what things you'd like to get from these and what ones you'd like to go to. And then they can kind of help decide. If you're coming as a couple, what Brian and I do is we sometimes split. He'll go to one, I'll go to the other. We'll take notes and compare later. That's a great way to do that. Talking about note taking, you're going to get a pamphlet or booklet you'll be able to take notes in. Lisa Castro on the leadership call touched on writing things out by hand. I know a lot of people will take snapshots with your phone of like slides and stuff like that. That's okay. But you guys, one of the best things you can do, and all the studies show that writing it out by hand or just even the key points really helps it, solidify in your brain. So I use a simple system when I'm taking notes at events, and over in the margin, I will put an A and I'll circle it. And that's something that it's like an action point. It's like, I can't wait to, bring this back to my mentor and talk about it and make a game plan and really get to work on this. So I have A's all over my books from previous conventions and Go Globals. It's like my favorite letter is A. And then also there's an R, and you can put an R in the side where if you want to go back and review it. And then another really good one is I just put a big question mark. Like if it's something that I have questions on, or it spurs something in my brain that I'm maybe not clear on, I want to clarify, I want to like connect with Brad or Dave and Terry on it, then I'll put a big question mark and circle it so that I can come back and touch on it. So those are just some tips on how to take notes and how to have them be really useful. I loved that Lisa talked about eat, sleep, and move. It really is important. So you guys bring meal replacements with you, okay? Because they're not going to be provided there, but we're going to have breakfast and lunch on Friday, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Saturday. But make sure that you travel with plenty of meal replacements, get lots of good sleep. It's tempting to stay up until all hours and chat, but try to get good sleep. And then another thing I know that Brad and a lot of the people on our team and we do is either get up in the morning and go for a walk or hit the gym. The Star Pass and the resort that you're staying at, if it's the Overflow, have great gym facilities. So feel free to like get up and get a sweat worked on, work on a sweat, or get out and get some sunshine before coming in and sitting in the, meetings and stuff all day. So, and you'll see a lot of people out there, doing that. Sometimes we have before the event, like yoga sessions and stuff like that. We've got a bunch of Zumba girls on our team. So who knows, you guys, we may do a really early morning Zumba session in one of the empty ballrooms. We'll keep you posted. Let's see, what else? Oh, Sunday. So Saturday night, everything's kind of finishing up at that celebration of success dinner, which is kind of more cocktail formal. And again, you guys, you don't have to buy anything special for it. Just bring what you have. More importantly, come what you feel awesome and comfortable in. Just be you. It does not have to be fancy. And then the next morning, people are going to be leaving. There is going to be a Sunday service from 9:30 to 10:30ish or 11. So that's going to be in one of the ballrooms, and that's up on the Facebook page. And then also there's probably going to be a casual poolside learning with some of the presidentials. And Brad has more details on that and can share it. But just so you know, if you're not leaving right away on Sunday, there may be some kind of special stuff in store for you, and you can kind of stick around and enjoy some of that. gosh, I'm trying to think of if I've missed. Oh, probably the biggest point I wanted to say is, so this is a really powerful event, and coming to the event is wonderful, but the magic happens with what you do, with what you learn from this event. So take great notes, have your action steps, and you know what? Before you even leave, make a point to connect with your mentor, text them, let them know when you're leaving, and if possible, meet with them before you leave. Sit down while everything is fresh in your brain and talk about that with them. Set up a game plan, set up those action steps for how you're going to take what you have learned at this event and take it home and get to work and do all those things, because you're going to be fired up. And so that's probably one of the best things that I could say, because that's what's changed our business in the past is all the things I've learned, sitting down with Brad, going over it before we go home and getting that ball rolling is awesome. Yeah, and write down your questions so that you can kind of follow up with your mentor at that time.
Is that everything?
I think so. I think that's trying to think.
I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, Don, do you want to hit also on branding while you're there? It seems like we have a joke every time we go on vacation. It's like Client City. So, you know what? We're always looking for a reason to follow up. So one thing I would say, guys, is a great opportunity right now is you're so many people probably in your hopper. Take your second, just reach out and be like, hey, I'm going out of town. I won't be, I'll be back later next week. I did want to reach out to you because we have talked about, getting started. I just want to touch base before I leave. It's a great reason to touch base with people.
Absolutely. In fact, I took a little time today and did that. I took about an hour and I sectioned off some time to do that with pre-clients and a few pre-coaches, since we've got all those, the challenges and everybody's marking on their surveys, and I knew anyways the ones that were interested in it. So that's right. Branding while we're there. So I can just guess that we're going to have some sort of a healthy selfies go global thing going on. So definitely branding while you're there, you guys. What we do is super special because it's fun. We help a lot of people, but you know what? We have a whole lot of fun while doing it, and it's clear. Whenever we go anywhere, whether it's on an incentive trip or out of town or even to a Saturday training here in Portland, I swear it is client central. So, post it on Facebook, take some healthy selfies while you're there, post some quotes and some things that you hear, like some leaders, and you know what? Study the leaders while you're there. That's one thing, Brad, that you told me a long time ago and just means so much. Like the people that you respect, the people that you hear on the leadership calls, the people that you know that just inspire you, study them, watch them, learn from them. This is an event where they're going to be speaking, they're going to be sharing, they're going to be teaching those breakout classes. You know what? Become Facebook friends with them. Follow what they do on Facebook. You don't have to copy it, but just be inspired by that, because great people inspire great people. And, these events, and especially Go Globals, where leaders are totally born. So learn from those leaders. What else about branding? I'm trying to think. Just use Facebook, but make sure I always, just like Susan said, I shut my phone off like during the sessions. Like I will do some branding and do some stuff, and then I unplug from it and I'm fully present. So that's one of the things that's really helpful too, because if you're sucked into your phone or your device, or you're dealing with whatever client questions, you can't be fully present. And then that's not fair for you, because you worked hard to get to this event. So be present, but brand fun, health, excitement, energy, all of that. People want to be part of a mission that's bigger than them. So that's a really good thing we can do.
Awesome. I love it. It's great advice. And that's actually what I was going to say is like, literally, this is a chance. Like, not only are you around all the other people, but you have the ability to study the leaders, like study everything about them that makes them great leaders, because it's not just something you can teach from stage, which is going to be great. And all the advice is going to be there, which will be fantastic. But most of the learning is going to happen in clarification one-on-one. So I love the mentorship meeting right after, or possibly, at the end to Go Global or going into the next month. So the last thing I want to hit on for you guys, this is the exciting news that we were going to talk about, is moving through April to May, June, and then July and convention. Basically, we have so many guys. I'm so excited for you guys to experience your first Go Global. It is seriously so amazing. But today's new Go Global attendees, I want you guys to prepare yourself and start telling your guys' self this. and stepping into this. Today's new Go Global attendees are our future leaders and our convention leaders. You know, we have convention in a few, like 3 months after Go Global, and your business is going to totally change from there. And I did want to review, guys, we have an awesome incentive. We got so excited about the one that we're all, like many of you guys got like your registration covered and a night at the hotel. Thank you, Take Shape for Life. But guys, don't forget that we have, convention coming up. So you guys are going to be turning around and leading your team, which is going to be great, which is anyone, and many of you guys have actually already earned this incentive for yourself as well, in addition to Go Global. So congrats to those that advance to associate director and above. But anyone on your team that advances to associate director and above and earns in each one or each one before June, and we'll cover this. We'll remind you guys of this. We'll get free registration at convention. So this is a really high leverage activity. And guys, I wanted to remind you that this is there, because this is you guys turning it in to lead your crew as we go into convention, which is going to be totally powerful. So I'm so excited about it. I just want to remind everyone about it. And then these are the exciting announcements that we want to hit on, which, guys, we are so much better together. Like, I'm so excited because many of the people on this line, we haven't even really met in person. I mean, a lot of the people here, like, this collective party on Zoom, a lot of us haven't really met, which I'm really excited for the pool soiree. And we're probably going to gravitate that because our crew likes to have a lot of fun. So guys, on Friday evening, be ready to probably mingle that into like some fun late night activity. Oh, hey Lucy. She's on my screen, so she's on the recording of that. But one thing that's extremely powerful is, guys, our systems are getting so simple, and we're really going to set our cornerstones at Go Global and having it's not that it's going to be like amazingly like something magical is going to happen, but it's just, guys, we were getting so clear, and the messages and what we do is going to be so simple, is that we're really going to be helping basically making a goal that we're going to do fully integrated business coach by Florida National Convention. So we're starting a group where we're actually going to have a call for everyone here on the line, because, guys, a lot is going to happen between now and National Convention. Not only people qualifying and hitting those ranks, and I just want you guys to take a second and picture what you want your team to look like. And for those that are even going to this event for the first time or have gone in the past, start to picture, what do I want my table at National Convention to look like? What are the world changers I want to create around my table? Like, think big like that. That's like, I love Ashley because she's the one that first asked me that question. Like, what do we want our amazing team to look like? And that's why we have so many amazing people. And because I was like, I want people that look like all of you guys and I can have fun with, which is great. So anyways, we're going to have a group, and it's basically going to be every first Monday night. And I'll just go over this real quick. The Monday night after the leadership call. So our big goal with this is we don't want to take up a lot of your time with training calls. The training is really simple, but we are good as a group and as a movement together. And so basically what we're going to do is, we're going to make it a goal. I know many of you guys are fully integrated business coaches and above already, but for the new people that are there or moving towards it, we're basically going to be making a push for fully integrated business coach by Florida National Convention. And we're basically going to do a quick call after the leadership call every first and third Monday of the month, which is great because this is going to be sequenced. So that is a great time for us to be chatting about the high leverage activities that you guys are now a part of and growing your team in the duplication factor, which is also going to be great because anyone that qualifies for this call can start to join us on this call between now and convention. That's what we want people to do. So we're going to be doing that. But additionally, we're going to have trilogy calls. So we know that the best result is to hands-on, be working with our clients and be moving them forward. I mean, that's why so many clients and coaches have become into our organization. But every second and fourth Monday, we're going to give everyone in our entire organization an opportunity to log on and hear some of the stories that lives have been changed through our program and through our trilogy. So it's going to be very neutral. We're going to keep it 30 minutes, but another inviting tool, because we really want to make a big push because we're ready to grow right now. I mean, people are joining our mission left and right. We've grown every single month this year has been our biggest month in Take Shape for Life, which has been phenomenal. It's because we have the goods. We're getting better and people want to join what it is we're doing. So we're going to give all of you guys and your team the opportunity for something to plug into. And I want to also prep you guys because we're going to be calling on a lot of your guys' stories because it's the stories of all this that are very powerful. So I just wanted to review this. We're going to be doing Jumpstart Your Month as normal. But mark off the first and third Monday of every month for you to join in here. We're going to hit on the high leverage activities to be moving and having everyone be fully integrated business coach that's on this line here by National Convention, because that is our big goal. And then the trilogy calls that'll be there available to do that. So That was the big announcement that we had, and that was what we're going to be moving towards because we want to keep it really in sync and easy. But basically the biggest thing, guys, is we're all better together, and we are all moving forward, and it's just that powerful group of us being together that's going to do it. So look forward to that. Look forward to our time in Go Global. And so if you have any questions before now, and then please reach out to your support team. But hopefully tonight gives you kind of some good learning tips. Because Terry Miller did a call like this before our first Go Global. It really helped me get the best out of our event. So I think I'll end it with, guys, let's go have fun. This is going to be a good event. Bring sunscreen, and no one mentioned that yet, especially for your light-skinned people like myself. But be prepared to have fun, take a lot of notes, and really use this event to just catapult you into that next level, because you're going to learn the skills. They're going to help you do it. And we're always going to bring it back to our strategic plan, because everyone else, like Lisa hit on it perfectly on the call, like everyone's got a plan, but our system is getting so duplicatable that this is going to continue the ripple effect of what we're doing. That's the skill set we're going to learn while we're there. So I want to thank Susan and Dawn for sharing that. Anything you guys want to add as we kind of wrap up the call tonight, just as we get ready to go and everyone arrives over there in Tucson?
I'll say one thing just about what you kind of announced, Brad, is I feel like it was just yesterday I was in the shoes of like many people on this call, and I desired to grow so bad. And I felt like I just didn't know something. Like, no one's giving me the secret sauce. And maybe some of you are feeling that. And there's things that I knew about me that nobody else knew about me, but there's always things that you don't know about yourself that other people know about you. And those are kind of the scary ones. And so but I came to a place in our business where I remember coming to you, Brad, and saying, okay, I even termed it BGPs, like my big girl panties. I'm like, I got my BGPs on, like I ready to hear what you have for me, because I want to grow. So if you guys want to grow, our desire for this group moving forward is to be able to speak a little bit more of a leadership voice. But aren't you guys, do you just feel ready for that? It's like you want it direct. You want to know what, it's not something you don't know, but you're just kind of ready for that piece. And I think, Brad, like, I'm excited for that, because with the newer coaches, we have to always train to the lowest level that's there. And so this is a higher level thinking group, and we're just gonna be able to move forward so much quicker because of that. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and thank you. And you guys helped come up with the platform of it. And so basically we're just going to have a sequence that's going to help us learn, that's going to help everyone elevate to that level, because we want to do it together. So guys, I'm excited to see you guys there. Many of you guys I'm excited to meet for the first time and congratulate you guys in person. And it's just going to be a phenomenal event. Donna, do you want to add anything to that?
No, other than I am so excited to meet so many of you. This is going to be an amazing, amazing next few days.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll see you in a few days. Travel safe, and the prep work is right there. Let's get some high leverage activities done, and then let's launch out and Go Global and just really just have some fun. All right, guys. Thanks for being on tonight. We'll see you in a few days. If you guys need anything at all, please reach out. We want to help you make sure that this event is totally set up for you and to grow and to gain everything you want to learn out of it. So excited to see you guys.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
See you guys later.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Brad.